Israel's genocide in Gaza is not over. That's the view of Israeli human rights organisation B'Tselem and Amnesty International. Since the ceasefire deal brokered by US President Donald Trump in October, world attention has largely shifted away from Gaza. But in that time, Israeli attacks have continued to kill Palestinians, while new restrictions have brought further hardships. New registration requirements have effectively meant a ban on NGOs, including aid agencies, the lifeline for many. Severe restrictions on medicines and travel outside the Strip for critical medical treatment remain in place. An independent UN investigative commission concluded last year that Israel is committing genocide in Gaza.
Since the start of the ceasefire in October 2025, international attention has shifted away from Gaza. But more than 4 months after it was agreed, Palestinians continue to be killed, while Israeli restrictions still affect the lives and health of the people across Gaza. On Wednesday, the head of Amnesty International, Agnes Callamard, posted online saying, "The Israeli genocide has not stopped. This would require a stop to all genocidal acts and clear evidence that there was no evidence of genocidal intent. This would also require initiating justice and accountability for all victims. We are very, very far from such a situation." A report published by the Israeli rights group B'Tselem outlined the dire situation in Gaza and highlights Israel's actions since the US brokered ceasefire came into effect. In January, Israel halted the operations of 37 humanitarian aid agencies. Between them, they provided more than half of all food aid in Gaza and supported 60% of field hospitals. The United Nations estimates more than 37,000 pregnant and breastfeeding women will require medical treatment for acute malnutrition before the end of the year. Earlier this month, the Rafah border crossing with Egypt opened for the first time since May 2024. But while slightly more food aid is now entering the Strip, Israeli restrictions mean the humanitarian situation remains dire. The World Health Organization says 18,500 patients require specialized medical care that is not available in Gaza. Only a few have been allowed to leave in recent weeks.
I have 3 children in Gaza. When I arrived at the crossing, only my wife and I were allowed to leave. We have 3 children. They've now been left without any guardian.